Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Penn State versus Ohio State college football matchup on Saturday, November 2nd, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Just go to Pickdawgz.com, click on the premium picks tab. I've also got a link directly below this video in the description. Prices start at just $15, or you can use that discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have products meant for people that make really big bets, people with big bankrolls looking for a VIP type experience. We offer these products. You just have to text the number you see on the screen, but keep in mind, these are our most expensive premium products. But let's get to it. Penn State taking on Ohio State. This one is a monster matchup in the Big Ten. You know, Penn State coming in undefeated, highly ranked, number 3 in the nation. Meanwhile, Ohio State, number 4 in the nation. Despite, having a loss on their resume, the thing is a loss in this one for Ohio State would be pretty devastating. It would be a second loss on the season, while Penn State, the first loss, they'd still definitely be in the playoff. I think the way Ohio State was treated after that first loss, maybe makes us believe that they could be a 2-loss playoff team, maybe even get in ahead of some more deserving 1-loss teams or even unbeaten teams. But boy, you certainly don't want to be in that position. You'd rather earn your way in. Meanwhile, Penn State, at this point, 1 loss is probably not going to kill them, especially to Ohio State, and especially missing their quarterback, who may or may not play. Allard has been injured, and his status, they said they would announce it around game time. We're going to have to watch out. But my guess is if there's any way that he can play in this thing, he's going to go. And I think that, one of the things that we have to remember is that, Howard for Ohio State is certainly no world beater at quarterback. That decision against Oregon to slide in the middle of the field as clock expired really was, a head scratcher. But, he was good at Kansas State. He wasn't great. And here at Ohio State, look at what he has to work with. And, we look at the passing numbers, and, Ohio State, 22nd in the nation in passing yards per game, 5th best in completion percentage, but yards per completion, 27th. So he's completing a high percentage of his passes, but he's not getting the ball down the field. And Ohio State, in case you haven't heard this, always has great wide receivers, and this year is certainly no different. This Penn State defense is stacked, 4th best in the nation overall in yards allowed per game. They're number 8 against the rush, allowing just 92.9 yards per game. They allowed just 3.2 yards per carry, which is 13th best in the nation. And one thing we've seen from Penn State that I really like is that in the second half, when push comes to shove, when they've been down and out and they have needed it most, they have come through time and time and time again. Penn State's trailed it at halftime in a lot of games this season, but they have managed to get wins in all of those. Ohio State's defense certainly has big numbers, but Ohio State, outside of that Oregon game, has played a very light schedule. And, this is certainly there's at least the Oregon game was a stiff test. This is a stiff test as well. So far, 0-1 in those stiff test games. Like I said, the numbers off the chart, but, it's all, a lot of that has to do with the level of competition. And I'm sure right now the Buckeye backers saying, oh, they played this and they did this and they did this. No, you played Nebraska, you lost to Oregon, Iowa at home, Michigan State, Marshall, Western Michigan, and Akron. That is really not much compared to what a lot of the other teams out there have done. I got to say, I just like the way Penn State has shown resiliency all season long. I'm not a big fan of James Franklin, but I'll tell you what, I'm less of a fan of Ryan Day in these type of games. He just hasn't shown he can win big games. I'm going to take Penn State, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.